Request pushback and start Pater 9 1 kilo.
Pater 9 1 kilo, pushback and start approved. Face south.
Pushback and start approved, face south, Pater 9 1 kilo.
Pater 9 1 kilo, contact tower on 118.35, safe flight.
And Dunnan Tower, Kaija 3312 is ready to copy IFR to Don Muang.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Bamboo 101 radio check.
Air America 133, contact tower on 118.35.
Bamboo 101, Da Nang ground. Sounds great from here.
Bamboo 101 with information Juliet request IFR clearance to Ho Chi Minh City.
Da Nang ground, good morning. This is November 905 Papa Victor Heavy with information uniform. Requesting clearance for engine start.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Good on ground, this is Thai 681 requesting IFR clearance to Cocaine. Victor Tango Uniform Kilo.
Bamboo 101, information Juliet is current. Clear to Tan Son Nhat via Mercedes 1 Alpha departure. Then as filed, departure runway 17 left. Initial climb to 4,000. Departure on 120.45 squawk 5425.
Clear to Tân Sơn Nhất via Dasadi 1 Alpha departure then S5 departure runway 17 left. Initial climb to 4,000. Departure on 120.45 squawk 5425. Bamboo 101.
Bamboo 101, read back correct.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Bamboo Airways Flight 101. We're thrilled to have you with us today as we travel from Da Nang to Tan Son Nhat. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to our friendly crew members. My name is Astrid Hansen, and joining me today are my wonderful colleagues, Lars, Ingrid and Bjorn. We hope you have a fantastic flight with us.
Welcome aboard. This is your flight attendant. At this time, please be sure to make sure all large carry-on items are in the overhead bin and your small items are underneath in front of you. If you have any trouble or need any assistance, please don't hesitate to let a flight attendant know as soon as you have to. If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please leave the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card in the seat bag in front of you. Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know to make it easy. You are free to use your
Cockpit
portable
preparation
electronic
checklist
devices
keeping
during
scope
boarding
remove fin
process. We
ready
ask that larger electronic devices are stowed
6720 QM set seatbelts on ADAS number rep 1007 set. Cockpit preparation checklist complete.
advised, information November is now current. QNH 1007.
Roger, pushback engine start, face south, transworld 362.
Attention all aircraft, information kilo is now current. QNH 1007.
Bamboo 101 ready for push and start.
Bamboo 101, push and start approved, face north.
Push and start through facing north, Bamboo 101.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Bamboo Airways Flight 101. We are delighted to have you with us today as we travel from Da Nang to Tan Son Nhat. Our captain for this flight is Viet Phong Ve and our first officer is Khan Tran. Joining me in the cabin are my wonderful colleagues, Lars.
Before
Ingrid,
start
and
checklist,
Bjorn.
backing brake set,
We
checker
hope you
speed
have a
and thrust
fantastic
V1,
flight with us.
152
Now let's go
VR,
over some
153
important
V2,
information.
154, flex time 67 degrees Celsius set. Windows closed, beacons on before start checklist complete.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
To release it, simply lift the buckle. In the event of a sudden loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the panel above you. Pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth, securing it with the elastic band. Remember to secure your own mask before assisting others. For those of you sitting in the exit rows,
Departure checks
please take
completed.
a moment to
Bypass
locate
pin
the
inserted.
emergency exits. There are 2 exits at the front of the cabin, 2 over the wings, and 2 at the rear. In the event of an emergency, the nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, life vests are located under your seats. To use them, pull the vest out, slip it over your head, and pull the straps to tighten. Inflate the vest by pulling the red tabs or by blowing into the tubes.
Locking
We are
gear.
expecting a flight time of approximately 1 hour. The weather at Tan Son Nhat International Airport is a pleasant 27 degrees Celsius with a few clouds at 3,200 feet. After the meal service, we will be offering items from the Bamboo Airways shop, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you for your attention, and we wish you a pleasant flight. Captain Viet Bong Vey, the cabin is ready for departure.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Starting engine 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Hân hạnh chào đón quý khách trên chuyến bay của Bamboo Airways, hãng hàng không của sự hiếu khách.
Welcome aboard Bamboo Airways, the airline of hospitality.
Kính thưa quý khách, vì an toàn của chuyến bay, kính mời quý khách theo dõi hướng dẫn về an toàn trên máy bay.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the safety of the flight, may we have your attention for the safety
Ground Vietnam
demonstration?
Airlines
Khi đã lên máy bay,
197, taxi
đề
to
nghị
the
quý
gate.
khách không hút thuốc dưới mọi hình thức.
Once on board, any type of smoking is strictly
Hoặc chuyển sang chế độ máy bay trong
Echo
suốt
1,
hành trình
Echo
bay.
Vietnam
Electronic
Airlines
devices must be
1907.
turned off or switched to flight mode during the flight.
Starting
Quý
engine
khách lưu
1.
ý, không sạc pin các thiết bị điện tử trong quá trình máy bay lan cất và hạ cánh.
Charging electronic devices is not allowed during taxi, takeoff, and landing.
Trong quá trình máy bay lan cất và hạ cánh, quý khách cài dây an toàn, dựng thẳng lưng ghế, đúng bàn ăn, xếp gọn chân ghế và màn hình.
During taxi, takeoff, and landing, you are requested to fasten your seatbelt, set seatback
Please set parking
upright,
brakes.
secure tray table, footrest, and monitor.
Quý khách đặt hành lý trong ngăn đựng phía
Waiting
trước
your
hoặc xếp
confirmation
gọn
for a
chân
good
ghế phía
engine
trước.
start.
Carry-on luggage is requested to stow under the seat in front of you or in the overhead lockers.
Không để hành lý trên lối đi, khu vực cửa thoát hiểm, dưới chân các vết ngăn và phía sau chân của quý khách.
Cockpit to ground.
Behind the
We have a
exit
good
row,
engine
the
start.
area under
You can
fixed
disconnect.
bulkhead and behind your leg must be clear of any luggage.
Quý khách cài dây an toàn trong suốt thời gian bay và khi đèn hiệu cài dây an toàn được bật sáng. Dây an toàn được cài như sau: cài hai đầu khóa vào nhau. Nếu vai ghế có thêm một đầu dây móc, quý khách bắt chéo dây ngang người, cài đầu móc vào khóa, kéo một đầu dây để siết chặt và mở bằng cách nhấc hoặc bấm đầu khóa. Nếu quý khách đi cùng trẻ em hoặc cần dây an toàn nối dài, vui lòng liên hệ với tiếp viên hàng không để được trợ giúp. Quý khách vui lòng cài dây an toàn và để dây trong tầm nhìn để tiếp viên hàng không kiểm tra an toàn quan khách.
Distribution of infant
Unlocking gear.
seatbelt or extension belt will be provided by cabin crew. Please make sure your seatbelt is fastened and visible to the cabin crew. Whenever seatbelt sign is on, please fasten your seatbelt and keep it while you are seated. Your safety belt is fastened like this. Insert the metal buckle into the other for additional shoulder belt. Cross the belt in front of your
Tow
body.
truck disconnected.
Then hook the metal
Bypass
buckle
pin
into the
removed.
lock. Tighten by pulling the strap and unfasten by lifting
Left
the
is
buckle
clear, right
or
is clear.
pressing on the lock.
After start checklist, anti-ice alpha cam status check. Big trim 27%, road trim nature of the start checklist complete.
Đeo mặt nạ lên mũi và miệng, choàng dây qua đầu siết chặt.
In case of decompression, oxygen mask will be released from the cabin ceiling and in the lavatory. Pull the nearest mask firmly downward to start the flow of oxygen.
Bamboo
Place it over
101.
your nose and mouth. Wear the plastic
Request
band
taxi
over
to
your head,
runway
then
17
tighten
Quý
left.
khách hãy đeo mặt nạ cho mình trước, rồi giúp trẻ em và
and help the children and anyone nearby who may need assistance.
Trong trường hợp thoát hiểm, hệ thống đèn chiếu
Bamboo
thoát hiểm sẽ được
101, taxi to runway 17 left via Delta, Delta 9er, Echo 7.
hai cửa bên trước, 4 cửa.
Taxi to runway 17 left via Delta, Delta 9er, Echo 7,
In
Bamboo
the cabin, there are
101.
8 exits, 2 at the front, 4 at the middle, and 2 at the rear. Please
Clear
identify
side,
your
clear
nearest
right side,
emergency
red check,
exits.
Russia 0,
Mark
flag
Áo
and
phao
show check.
được đặt dưới ghế ngồi.
Full up.
Bamboo 101, runway 17 left confirmed. Continue taxi via Delta, Delta 9er, Echo 7.
Full left,
Thắt chặt dây quanh eo.
full
Quý
right.
khách lưu ý không
New
được
shirt,
làm
good
phòng
out,
ống khi
full
ở
left.
trong khoang khách.
Life
right.
vests are located under your seat or below, next to your
Taxi
seat. When
via
instructed
Delta,
by
Delta
cabin
9er,
crew,
Echo
remove
7,
it from its
Bamboo
location and
101.
package. Put on the life vest and secure it carefully. Do not inflate the life vest in the cabin.
Ngay tại cửa, quý khách làm phòng áo bằng cách giật mạnh thẻ nhựa hoặc thổi vào ống màu đỏ.
At exit, pull the tag firmly downwards or blow into mouthpieces to inflate it.
Trên áo phao có còi và đèn để lôi cuốn sự chú ý.
There are a whistle and a light on your vest for attracting attention.
Quý khách lưu ý chỉ sử dụng áo phao trong trường hợp khẩn cấp hoặc khi
Taxi checklist, flight control check, flap setting config, 1 plus F radar and brake windshield, on and roll engine mode, select mode, camera mode, check up no blue, taxi checklist
Infant life
complete.
vest will be provided and instructed by cabin crew.
Và bây giờ quý khách đọc bản hướng dẫn an toàn được đặt trong túi ghế phía trước hoặc ngăn bên cạnh.
And now, please read the safety briefing card in the seat pocket in front of you or next to your seat.
Trân trọng cảm ơn sự theo dõi của quý khách. Chúng tôi rất mong quý khách sẽ có trải nghiệm an toàn và thú vị trên các chuyến bay của Bamboo Airways.
We thank you for your attention and we hope you have a great time on board with Bamboo Airways.
We're prepared for takeoff. Please note the cabin lights will begin for departure and landing. If you require additional lighting, there is a reading light on the panel above you.
Bamboo 101, contact tower on 118.35.
118.35, Bamboo 101.
Hater 9er 1 kilo, contact departure.
Contact departure 120.45, Pacer 9er 1 kilo. Bye bye. Contact departure 120.45, Pacer 9er 1 kilo. Bye bye.
The cabin is now secured for takeoff.
Air America 502, welcome to Da Nang. Contact ground on 121.6.
Bamboo 101, holding short runway 17 left, ready for departure.
Ground 121.6, Air America 502, thank you. Bamboo 101, Da Nang Tower, runway 17 left, winds calm, cleared for takeoff.
Winds calm, clear for takeoff runway 101. Clear for takeoff runway 17 left, Bamboo 101. Cabin crew, please take seat for departure.
Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
21901, winds calm, runway 17 right, clear to land.
17 right, clear to land, 21901.
Stabilize. Sit down. Main flight 67 set, ARS runway, autos go.
Bamboo 101, contact departure. 21901, contact ground on 121.6.
Contact departure on 120.45, Bamboo 101. Good day, bye bye.
Switching to ground, 21901.
Good evening, departure Bamboo 101 with you passing 2,000 feet, climbing to 4,000 feet.
Bamboo 101, Da Nang departure, radar contact, climb flight level 150, direct Anlut.
Climbing to flight level 150, direct Anlut, Bamboo 101.
Turn right 160, Air America 146.
Pater 901 Kilo, climb flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280, Pater 901 Kilo.
You betcha, maintaining 9,000, Transworld 178.
Bamboo 101, climb flight level 200.
Climbing to flight level 200, Bamboo 101.
Pater 901 Kilo, climb flight level 320.
Climb flight level 320, Pater 901 Kilo.
China Southern 5079er, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 125.375.
Switching to Ho Chi Minh Control on 125.375. China Southern 5079er.
Bamboo 101, climb flight level 260.
Climbing to flight level 260, Bamboo 101.
Flight level 340, Pacer 9er 1 kilo.
Peter 91 Kilo, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 134.05.
Contact Ho Chi Minh Control 134.05. Pacer 9er 1 kilo, bye bye.
Red Cap 7, Papa Foxtrot, climb flight level 330.
Flight level 330.
Dear guests, we are pleased to inform you that the use of electronic devices is now allowed. Feel free to use your devices as we continue our journey from Da Nang to Tan Son Nhat. Also, our onboard Wi-Fi service is available for you to stay connected. Thank you for your attention and enjoy your flight.
The closer has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when you use unexpected circumstances.
Bamboo 101, climb flight level 310.
Climbing flight level 310, Bamboo 101.
Red Cap 7, Papa Foxtrot, climb flight level 370.
Red Cap 7 Papa Foxtrot, we have engine failure and we level off at flight level 204 and resolve the problem. Call you back.
Da Nang approach, November 6518 Yankee with you at flight level 060. UNH 1016, November 6518 Yankee.
November 6518 Yankee, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 134.05.
Over to 134.05, November 6518 Yankee.
Bamboo 101, climb flight level 320.
Climbing flight level 320, Bamboo 101.
Bamboo 101, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 125.375.
Contacting Ho Chi Minh Control on 125.375, Bamboo 101. Ho Chi Minh Control, Bamboo 101 evening, climbing through flight level 190 for flight level 320.
Bamboo 101, Ho Chi Minh Control, identified. Good evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached cruising altitude on Bamboo Airways Flight 101, flying from Da Nang to Tan Son Nhat. We will begin our snack and drink service shortly, and I must say, our Vietnamese spring rolls and delicious coconut water are quite the treat. After the service, we will also have articles from the Bamboo Airways shop available for you to browse. Thank you for flying with us, and we hope you enjoy the flight.
Bamboo 101, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.1.
Switching to Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.1. Bamboo 101. Ho Chi Minh Control, Bamboo 101 evening, maintaining flight level 320.
Bamboo 101, Ho Chi Minh Control, identified. Good evening.
Departure King Air 5974 Alpha at 5,000 feet, climbing to 6,000 feet.
King Air 5974 Alpha Ho Chi Minh Control, radar contact. Climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230. King Air 74 Alpha.
Bamboo 101, Ho Chi Minh Control, expect the Doll 2 Juliet arrival. I'll have you descending in about 20 minutes. Feel free to ask if you'd like it sooner.
Expect the Dollar 2 Juliet arrival. Bamboo 101.
Ho Chi Minh, good evening. Singapore 882 Heavy, maintaining flight level 410.
Singapore 882, Ho Chi Minh Control, identified. Xin Chao.
Ocean Control is PBR 243 at flight level 190, approximately 44 miles short of LKH.
Doverlay Bravo Romeo 243, Ho Chi Minh Control, good evening.
Runway 7 left, approaching hands on Nhat. We request clearance to runway 25 right. Direct to Sierra Oscar Kilo Alpha November.
Bamboo 101 ready to descend.
Bamboo 101, descend via Doll 2 Juliet into Tanson Nhat.
Descend via Dollar 2 Juliet into Tanson Nhat. Bamboo 101.
Gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now left our cruising altitude and have started our approach to Tan Son Nhat International Airport. Please return to your seats and ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened. At this time, the use of lavatories is no longer permitted. Thank you for your cooperation as we prepare for landing.
Cafe 766 is with you, climbing to flight level 160.
Cathay 766, Ho Chi Minh Control, roger. Fuzhou, QNH 1008. Cathay 766, center climb and maintain flight level 310.
Cathay 766.
Good Vietnam Airlines Flight 403 maintaining flight level 320.
Vietnam Airlines 403, Ho Chi Minh Control identified. Good evening.
Direct airleft Vector Dog to go for arrival Vietnam Airlines 403. Vietnam Airlines 403 request descent.
Ho Chi Minh Control, Vietnam Airlines 148, flight level 180. Vietnam Airlines 148, radar contact. Vietnam Airlines 148, descend and maintain flight level 200. Cleared for the Bun 2 Delta arrival into Da Nang. Descending to flight level 200. Cleared for the Bun 2 Delta arrival into Da Nang, Vietnam Airlines 148. Asiana 731 Heavy. Descend altitude 10,000 feet.
Descend altitude 10,000 feet. Asiana 731 Heavy. Ho Chi Minh Control, Asiana 731 Heavy, request descent to 2,500.
Vietnam Airlines 148, contact Phnom Penh Center on 127.5. Switching to Phnom Penh Center on 127.5, Vietnam Airlines 148. Vietnam Airlines 1187, flight level 290. Vietnam Airlines 1187, radar contact. 101, contact Hanson Nhat approach on 126.35.
Switching to Tanson Nhat approach on 126.35. Bamboo 101.
Sky conditions. You at 3,200 feet broken at 5,800 feet, temperature 27. Dew point 25. QNH 1008. Density altitude 1,600
Tanson Nhat approach, Bamboo 101 evening. We're descending through 15,000.
Arriving and departing runways 25L, 25.
Bamboo 101, Tanson Nhat approach, identified. Good evening. Tanson Nhat QNH 1008. Expect the ILS runway 25 left approach into Tanson Nhat.
Initial contact, you have information Bravo.
Expecting the ILS runway 25 left approach. Bamboo 101.
International Airport.
Transworld 362, climb flight level 280.
Line 200.
Flight level 280, Transworld 362 Heavy.
Visibility 6. Sky conditions. You at 3,200 feet broken at 5,800 feet, temperature 27. Dew point 25. QNH 1008. Density altitude 1,600 feet. Transition level 190. Arriving and departing.
Easy 123, contact Tanson Nhat Tower on 118.7.
Contact 118.7, easy 123.
Vietnam Airlines 773, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.1.
Switching to Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.1, Vietnam Airlines 773.
TFDI 1, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.1. Singapore 186, contact Tanson Nhat Tower on 118.7.
118.7, Singapore 186.
We have begun our final descent into the
Captain, cabin is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final approach into Ho Chi Minh City. Please turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we have arrived at the gate. Kindly put your tray tables away and ensure your seats are in their full upright position with your seat belts fastened. Our friendly Bamboo Airways staff will provide you with information regarding your connection flights once we are on the ground. Thank you for your cooperation.
Bamboo 101, proceed direct Tango Sierra 416, descend altitude 2000, QNH 1008, until established on the localizer cleared for the ILS, runway 25 left approach.
Direct Tango Sierra 416, descend altitude 2000, QNH 1008. Cleared for the ILS runway, 25 left approach once established on the localizer. Bamboo 101.
Tanson Nhat departure. Cathay Pacific 7032, ready to copy IFR.
1 second while I grab the paperwork.
Cathay 767 descend and maintain 3500.
3500. Cathay 767.
Cathay 767, contact Tanson Nhat Tower on 118.7.
Going to 118.7, Cathay 767, good day.
TFDI-1, climb flight level 280.
280 TFDI-1.
Approach checklist.
77000, Vietnam Airlines 978.
Barrow Rep 100A set. Seatbelts on minimum 341 set. All rack off, engine mode silent no more. Approach checklist complete.
Flight maintain 14,003, Vietnam Airlines 471.
Vietnam Airlines 471, climb and maintain flight level 070.
0, 0, Vietnam Airlines 471.
Tanson Nhat approach, Cathay 767 is with you, descending to 8,700.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for landing.
Bamboo 101, traffic at your 12 o'clock 3 miles at 3,737. Da Nang approach, Vietnam Airlines 148, flight level 150. Vietnam Airlines 148, radar contact. Bamboo 101, contact Tamson Nhat Tower on 118.7.
Switching to Tanson Nhat Tower on 118.7. Bamboo 101. Tanson Nhat Tower, Bamboo 101, evening. We're established on the ILS approach for runway 25 left.
Bamboo 101, Tanson Nhat Tower, winds calm. Runway 25 left, cleared to land. Caution bird activity.
Runway 25 left, clear to land. Bamboo 101.
Salmon Air 841, winds calm. Runway 25 right, cleared to land.
25 right, clear to land, Xiamen Air 841. Cathay 766, contact departure.
Master, Cathay 766.
Shooter 306, welcome to Tamson Nhat. Contact ground on 121.9er.
121.9, this is 306.
Transworld 178, contact departure.
Roger, switching departure, Transworld 178 Heavy.
Vietnam Airlines 403, welcome to Tanson Nhat. Contact ground on 121.6.
Ground 121.6, Vietnam Airlines 403.
Singapore 186, welcome to Tanson Nhat. Contact ground on 121.6.
Cabin crew, please take seat for landing.
Cabin crew, take seats for taxi.
Cabin crew, please take seat for landing.
Cabin crew, take seats for landing.
Landing checklist, EKMMO landing no blow, landing checklist complete.
Lima.
Continue.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Too low. Terrain.
30. 20. Retard. Retard. Retard.
By departure frequency.
Retard.
Vietnam Airlines 132, contact departure. Bamboo 101, welcome to Tan Son Nhat. Contact ground on 121.6.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination.
Switching to ground on 121.6. Bamboo 101.
And it's currently about 27 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just landed at Tan Son Nhat International Airport. What a landing it was. Excellent job by our pilot, Captain
Bamboo 101.
The weather here is a lovely 27
We've cleared
degrees
runway
Celsius,
25 left and are ready to
clouds
taxi
at
to the gate.
2,500 feet and calm winds. Thank you for
Bamboo
flying with
101,
Bamboo Airways
Tan
today.
Son Nhat ground.
Please remain seated until we reach your parking position.
Good
Captain Viet Vong Vei, First Officer
Taxi to
Kang
parking
Tran
via
and the
Sierra
entire
7
crew,
Victor Sierra
including
5.
Lars, Ingrid,
Bamboo
and
101.
would like to say goodbye and wish you a pleasant stay in Ho Chi Minh City.
Ground Vietnam 33 requesting taxi to the active.
Vietnam Airlines 33, push and start approved. Face north. All aircraft, information Quebec is now current. QNH 1009er.
Ground Cathay 1518 ready to taxi.
Tan Son Nhat ground, Scooter 305, request push and start. Facing east, Scooter 305.
All aircraft, information Quebec is now current. QNH 1010.
Tan Son Nhat ground, Transworld 178 Heavy at gate 76, requesting pushback and engine start. Push and start approved facing west, Transworld 178 Heavy.
Tan Son Nhat International Airport. On behalf of Captain Viet Bung Vey, First Officer Con Tran, and the entire crew, I would like to thank you for flying with Bamboo Airways Flight 101 today. We hope you have a wonderful stay here in Ho Chi Minh City, or a safe journey to your next destination. It was a pleasure having you on board, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye and take care.